Knowledge from God. Simplifying scriptures.
Imagine having a trusted guide who has already walked the road ahead of you and knows where every danger and every blessing lies. That is the heart of Proverbs chapter 3. Solomon offers practical wisdom for living a life filled with peace, purpose, and God's direction. The chapter begins with a simple instruction: don't forget God's teaching. Instead, keep His commands close to your heart. God's wisdom isn't meant to limit our freedom, it protects us. Living according to His truth leads to peace, integrity, and favor with both God and others. His commands serve as a reliable foundation when life feels uncertain. Next comes one of the Bible's most treasured promises: trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. We often rely on our own plans and assumptions, but our perspective is limited. God sees the beginning and the end of every situation. When we acknowledge Him in every decision and invite Him to lead, He faithfully directs our steps, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Solomon then reminds us to reject pride and embrace humility. True wisdom begins with reverence for God. When we turn away from evil and choose His ways, we experience the peace and strength that come from living according to His design. The chapter also teaches us to honor God with the first and best of what we have. This isn't only about material possessions, it reflects a heart that places God above everything else. Trusting Him with our time, talents, and resources shows that we believe He is our ultimate provider. Another powerful lesson is that God's discipline is an expression of His love. Just as a loving parent corrects a child to help them grow, God uses challenges to shape our character and deepen our faith. Even difficult seasons can become opportunities for spiritual growth. Solomon then declares that wisdom is more valuable than silver, gold, or precious jewels. Earthly wealth can disappear, but God's wisdom continues to guide, protect, and bless us throughout every stage of life. It is a treasure whose value never fades. The chapter concludes by encouraging us to live with kindness, generosity, honesty, and integrity. We are called to do good whenever we have the opportunity, avoid unnecessary conflict, and refuse to envy those who gain success through dishonest means. God's blessing rests on those who choose righteousness over selfish ambition. Proverbs chapter 3 reminds us that the safest path is the one guided by God. When we trust Him completely, treasure His wisdom above earthly riches, and faithfully walk in His ways, we discover a life marked by peace, purpose, and lasting hope. God's wisdom doesn't simply change our decisions, it transforms our hearts and leads us on the path that truly leads to life.
May the Lord bless your journey.
Choose the path of wisdom or fall into darkness.
Knowledge from God. Simplifying scriptures.
Please subscribe, like, and share.